Hello, and welcome to Teenage Brain, Section 3, Lesson 4, Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior. Before we get involved in this lesson, let's look at our culminating task prompt. Students will use their knowledge of the teenage brain to answer the culminating task question. Does being a teenager positively or negatively affect one's decision making? You will need to be sure to address and refute at least one counterclaim in your response. Today, you will read Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior to identify the major claims made by the author. You will answer questions in pairs during reading. You will record claims and supporting evidence from the text on your Understanding Tool handout. And you will compare and contrast the claims made in 3 texts in a whole class discussion. For this lesson, you will need Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior. Teens, this is how social media affects your brain, how using social media affects teenagers, your reading response journal, and your Argument Understanding Tool 3. Here are our learning targets for this lesson. Can you compare and contrast the ideas developed in 3 texts regarding social media's impact on the teen brain? Can you support your thinking with evidence from multiple texts? You are going to read paragraphs 1 through 7 from Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior with your partner. As you do, consider the reading focus. What did the study reveal about why teens reacted differently to a variety of photos? Also, while reading this, I want you to consider the following. What do the findings suggest about how and why teens are using social media? You will have 5 minutes to read paragraphs 1 through 7. Now with your partner, you will answer the question to react to paragraphs 1 through 7 from Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior. You will write your response in your reading response journal. You will support your response with evidence from the text. Your prompt is, explain the study's findings regarding why teens reacted differently to a variety of photos. As you respond to this prompt, I want you to consider the following. What was the study's findings? How did the teens react to the different photos? You will have 5 minutes to respond to the prompt in your reading response journal. In a few minutes, we're going to read another part of the article. But I want to go over a word that you're going to find in that section. The word is conformity. Conformity means behavior in accordance with socially accepted conventions or standards. And it's the idea that teens make choices in alignment with an overall group. Now you will read paragraphs 8 through 14 from Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior with your partner. As you do, consider the reading focus. Why do researchers believe that the conformity effect is dramatized in real life as opposed to the study? What was the impact of seeing photos that depicted risky behavior in the study? Also, while reading, I want you to think about the following. What is the conformity effect? What risky behavior is discussed in the article? You will have 5 minutes to read this section. Now with your partner, you will answer the questions to react to paragraphs 8 through 14 from Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior. You will write your responses in your reading response journal. You will need to support your responses with evidence from the text. The questions that you will be answering are: why do researchers believe the conformity effect is dramatized in real life as opposed to the study? And what was the impact of seeing photos that depicted risky behavior in the study? While you're answering these questions, I want you to consider the following. What is the conformity effect? And what risky behavior is discussed in the article? You will have 10 minutes to fully answer these questions in your reading response journal. Now with your partner, you will review Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior. You will use Argument Understanding Tool 3 to answer the question to compare and connect ideas across text. You will answer the question and include relevant supporting evidence on Argument Understanding Tool 3. You will need to be sure to include the appropriate citation for recorded evidence. The question that you'll be answering on your Argument Understanding Tool 3 is, what shared claim about social media's impact on the teen brain is supported by all three texts? I also want you to make sure that you include the evidence from the text that supports the claim. I've included a possible answer frame. You can start out by saying all three texts develop and support the claim that blank. You will have 10 minutes to complete this activity on your Argument Understanding Tool 3. Now you will compare and connect ideas across Social Media Likes Impact Teens' Brains and Behavior, Teens, This is How Social Media Affects Your Brain, and How Using Social Media Affects Teenagers by developing a response to the text-specific question. You will support your response with evidence from the text. Then, after a brief discussion, you will share your response in Nearpod. The question that you will be answering is, what shared claim about social media's impact on the teen brain is supported by all three texts? While you're answering this question, I want you to think about the following. What evidence from the texts support this claim? You will have, after the discussion, 10 minutes to fully answer this question in Nearpod. But before you answer the question in Nearpod, I'm going to go ahead and close out this lesson. Congratulations! You have completed Section 3, Lesson 4 of the Teenage Brain Unit. In this lesson, you compared and contrasted the ideas developed in three texts regarding social media's impact on the teen brain, and you supported your thinking with evidence from multiple texts.